Hey, what's going on, everybody? We are out here at Mount Carmel Cemetery in Montgomery County, Tennessee. We're here to visit and pay our respects to a legend in sports who really changed women's basketball, who started playing basketball when they had to sleep on cots in gyms, and they could have, if they had a 3-day stint playing another school, they would have to sleep on mats on the floor, and they could only wear that. They had to wear the same uniform for 3 days because they didn't have another uniform to change into. And she took that and transformed that into what we know today, like women's basketball has turned into. So with all that being said, if this is your first time here, hey, welcome. I hope you enjoy the content. If you do, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing, doing all those things. And if this isn't your first time here, hey, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the video. And let's get to walking. It's a smaller cemetery, but there's some interesting pieces here. I'm pretty sure there's a few veterans we're going to look at. And let me get the other cheesy plug out of the way and say that I do have a member section. We got the PayPal, the Patreon, and all that stuff. I'm trying to plug that at the beginning. So yeah, now that I've got my business out of the way, let's go attend to the business here at hand, and let's go visit Miss Summitt. So as you can tell, the cemetery ends just right up there, and it comes all the way back to right here and goes right up there. So as we walk around, I'm going to talk about Miss Summitt's life, and we'll see what else we find along the way. So Pat Summitt was born Patricia Sue Head in June of '52 in Clarksville, Tennessee. When Summitt was in high school, her family moved to nearby Henrietta so she could play basketball in Cheatham County because Clarksville did not have a girls' team. From there, Summitt went to the University of Tennessee at Martin, where she won All-American honors playing for UT Martin's first women's basketball coach, Nadine Guerin. In 1970, with the passage of Title IX still 2 years away, there was no athletic scholarships for women. And I stopped here because this is an interesting one that I just walked up on. And if you can see, his death date is October of 1918. And we always run across veterans from World War I or World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and stuff like that. But it's rare that we run across a World War I veteran. That's something unique. And we're trying to beat the rain. It's going to be one of those videos, I'm afraid. So each of Summitt's brothers had received athletic scholarships, but her parents paid for her way to college. She later co-captained the United States women's national basketball team as a player in the inaugural women's tournament in the '76 Summer Olympics, winning the silver medal. 8 years later, in '84, she coached the same women's basketball team to a gold medal, becoming the first U.S. Olympian to win basketball medal and coach together. Let's walk. Let's see what these are all about. Now, this has been here for a while. If you can see the tree growing up in it. Rich. 1918. And the mother does not have a date, but you can tell the tree. Yeah. So just before the 74-75 season, with women's college basketball still in its infancy and not yet an NCAA sanctioned sport, 22-year-old Summitt became a graduate assistant at the University of Tennessee. Now look how small that writing is. You can born, it looks like it says July of 1904, 1856 to 1904. She was later named the head coach of the Lady Vols after the previous coach suddenly quit. Summitt earned $250 a month, and she had to wash the players' uniforms. Uniforms purchased the previous year were from a donut sale. So that shows you how things have changed a little bit in women's sports, haven't they? She coached her first game for Tennessee On December 7th, 1974 against Mercer in Macon, Georgia. They lost that game 84-83. Her first win came a month later when they defeated Middle Tennessee State. In her second season, Summitt coached the Lady Vols to a 16-11 record while earning her 1976 master's degree in physical education and training as the co-captain of the women's Olympic basketball team. The Lady Vols defeated three-time champion Delta State by 20 points in '78 and earned Tennessee its first #1 ranking. It really opens up, doesn't it? You have those trees you walk through, and then it is just wide open after that. Let's go see what this one is. Summitt also recorded her 100th win during this season. Tennessee closed the 70s by winning its first ever SEC tournament. He was a part of the Tennessee infantry in the Civil War. In the 86-87 season, Tennessee broke through and defeated perennial power Louisiana Tech to win the Lady Vols' first national title. In the 89-90 Summitt accomplished another milestone that season with her 400th win. In many aspects, the 1997-98 team was Summitt's best. The Lady Vols ran the table to a 39-0 season while playing one of the top-ranked schedules in the country. Only 3 teams came within 10 points of beating them, and the Lady Vols won a 93-75 victory over none other than Louisiana Tech for their 3rd straight national championship. First milestone of the 2008-2009 season was a 73-43 win over the Georgia Lady Bulldogs. The win was number 1,000 for Coach Summitt. Summitt was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's in 2011. Despite the diagnosis, she completed the 2011-2012 season with a reduced role, with Holly Warlick, an assistant under Summitt since '85, assuming most of the responsibilities. On April 18th, 2012, after the Lady Vols lost to the unbeaten eventual champion Lady Bears from Baylor in the Elite Eight, Summitt stepped down as head coach, ending her 38-year career at the age of 59. Patricia Sue Head Summitt passed away on June 28th, 2016, 2 weeks after her 64th birthday, at a facility in Knoxville. And here we go. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. Patricia Sue Head Summitt. You win in life with people. And she could not be more correct. Let's walk and see what the backside. Beautiful. Beautiful is all I can say. One final look. I'm glad we were able to get that in before the rain started. You know, it could have been a lot worse. It rained on the way here, so I was afraid that we were going to have to postpone this video for another day, but I'm glad we got it in. You know, now that the information's over and we've seen the grave, it's always a little time for me to talk to the camera. And growing up, you know, as an Alabama fan, there's a feeling towards Tennessee that, you know, they're just some, what's the guy say? There's some dirty snitches. They look like they belong to a garbage truck convention or something like that. And that's how we feel about the football team. But when it came to the women's basketball team, you had nothing but respect for them because she was dominant. And you knew that there was no way we were going to beat them. We knew they were unstoppable. And she was a great head coach. Like, she saw women's basketball go from nothing to something. Like, especially, like, the stuff I was reading, like I said in the beginning, where they would have to, like, sleep in the gymnasium. Like, if they went somewhere and played 3 games over the course of a weekend. They would only have one uniform to wear, and they had to wear the same uniform for 3 days straight because they didn't have another uniform because they couldn't wash it. And the uniform, like I said in the beginning, they bought their original uniforms from a donut sale because the school wouldn't give them any money to get their own stuff. So yeah, she witnessed everything, right? She was there for all of it. How cool. So thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. It means the world to me that you watch these videos. And like I said, if you haven't subscribed, do all those things. I have to get all that in there. So thanks for watching. And you know what? You never know what you're going to find on the back roads. I'll see you guys next time.